Nina from the Cardigans is reading extracts from Black Tickets. Tonight it's an extract from the story which kicks off this anthology, Wedding Picture.
My mother's ankles curve from the hem of a white suit as if the bones were water. Under the cloth, her body in its olive skin unfolds. The black hair, the porcelain neck, the red mouth that barely shows its teeth. My mother's eyes are round and wide as the light behind her skin burns them to coals. Her heart makes a sound that no one hears. The sound says each fetus floats, an island in the womb. My father stands beside her in his brown suit and two-tone shoes. He stands also by the plane in New Guinea in 1944. On its side there is a girl on a swing wearing spike heels and short shorts. Her breasts balloon. The sky opens inside them. Yellow hair smooth as a cat's. She's swinging out to him. He glimmers, blinded by the light. And now his fingers curl inward. He's trying to hold something. In her hands, the snowy Bible hums, nuns swarming a honeyed cell. The husband is an afterthought. 5 years since the high school lover crumpled on the bathroom floor, his sweetheart raw. She's 23, her mother's sick. It's time. My father's heart pounds, a bell in a restless chest. He is almost 40, and the lilies are trumpeting. Rising from his shoulders, the cross grows pale and loses its arms in their heads.
Nina, who's a singer with the Cardigans, reading from the stories of Jane Ann Phillips from the collection Black Tickets. All this week, that one's Wedding Picture. The music is Vinnie Riley, Juruti Colin, the track Anthony, off the most recent album Sex and Death.
We've got another one in the last half hour of the programme.
It's the colonial, filled with an oily fragrance of teenagers, while we hid in the back row of the balcony. An aura of light from the projection booth curved across our shoulders, round under cotton sweaters. Sacred grunts rose in black corners. The screen was far away and spilling colour. Big men sweating on their horses and women with powdered breasts floating under satin. Near the end, the film smelled hot and twisted as boys shuddered and girls sank down in their seats. We ran to the lobby before the lights came up to stand by the big ash can and watch them walk slowly downstairs. Mouths swollen and ripe, they drifted down like a sigh of steam. The boys held their arms tense and shuffled from one foot to the other, while the girls sniffed and combed their hair in the big mirror. Outside, the neon lights on Main Street flashed stripes across asphalt in the rain. They tossed their heads and shivered like ponies. On Sunday afternoon, the theatre was deserted, a church that smelled of something frying. Mrs. Colston stood at the door to tear tickets with her fat, buttered fingers. During the movie, she stood watching the traffic light change in the empty street, pushing her glasses up over her nose and squeezing a damp Kleenex. Mr. Penny was her skinny yellow father. He stood by the office door with his big push broom, smoking cigarettes and coughing. Walking down the slanted floor to our seats, we heard the swish of her thighs behind the candy counter and our shoes sliding on the worn carpet. The heavy velvet curtain moved its folds. We waited in a cavernous dark pressed close around us, its breath pulling at our faces. After the last blast of sound, it was Sunday afternoon, and Mr. Penny stood jingling his keys by the office door while we asked to use the phone. Before he turned the key, he bent over and pulled us close with his bony arms. Stained fingers kneading our chests, he wrapped us in old tobacco and called us his little girls. I felt his wrinkled heart wheeze like a dog on a leash. "Sweethearts," he whispered.
Nina from the Cardigans, reading from Sweethearts by Jane Ann Phillips, is from the collection called Black Tickets, originally from the Funhouse album in 19. About this, and we decided to finish with the Sex Pistols.
She hugged Jess's legs and mumbled into her thighs. "It's all right, I'll take you up to the house." Sally was stiff, her nails digging the skin. She wouldn't move. Jessie tied a scarf around her eyes and led her like a horse through fire up the hill to the house. One poison light soft in the window. Boys ran out of the field squalling.
Nina from the Cardigans. What's that?
It's not me.
What is that?
Oh, it must be. Oh, it's his card.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh.
Thank you.
Mamacita goes out after dark to chase the drunks with a stick, and they stumble up the lighted broken steps of the men's social care center while the cops laugh at Mamacita. Mamacita, hairy and black, drooped red melons in her shirt. "Oh, Billy Bob, you is the plague of your mother. Oh," she screams, "I will beat you." And she hurls them in, to the showers and the tin cups and the hard-horned hands of the cops. She squeezed their nuts, they say, "Oh, Mama, no." She slap, they say, "Oh, yes, Mama." Mamacita remembers her daddy, falling up and down steps in the Bowery. Poison exhale of his breath, gagging and raging his young drunk curses, and she, a small fat swab in a corner. How the closet, hunker, press, oh, press close, where she sat for hours when he forgot her where he put her. How she look up, weepy snot, and him big hands reaching down. How the bottles smell, dark, thick-edged, and the feet drag on another step. Brothers drunk and flashy, young flashy drunks, cut each other up for bangles, oh, press close. Mamacita, long time ago, fat and pregnant, gets her jaw broke up. But she feel big now, she is big. Till the drunks, the old ones, tell their whimpers in the dark. Their soft mousy sex, such whisper, bony crouch on newspaper, cornered swabs. Got nothing, get nothing. Mamacita hard as nails. They crouch, pick their crabbed groins there by the lamps. Mamacita, oh, she goes out with the sticks. She likes the ones so gone they don't attack, they don't defend. She feel that soft swab, sniveling girl in her gut. Oh, she want to kill her. And the frowsy stumblers with their faces cut, with their dank dumb eyes and weighted lids, they look up at Mamacita. Their guts rolled up in tiny balls. Long time ago, they roll up their guts, what they got. Got to get something, Mama. Mama. Mamacita with her sausage smell and big stick pouring down. Something ground up, rolled in offal, wrapped in a slick spiced skin. Eat it up. The pigs roll in their piss pants up into the light, because that's how she wants them. That's what she wants.
With music by Dorothy Collum from the current album Sex and Death. That's Nina from the Cardigans reading from Jane Ann Phillips. Thanks to her. Next week's guest reader is...